conversation with internationally renowned cybersecurity expert Israel Reyes. Today we'll be exploring ways to prevent cyber attacks. Now Israel, just how can companies best protect their business?
Well, Amanda, number one, companies must be aware of the cyber threat, of the risk. They should have the mentality that is not about if, it's about when. And they must have incident response plans to be able to respond effectively and efficiently. Because what I have seen in cases where it has been devastating for a small or mid-sized business is when they are not prepared to respond. And as I say, very much a cyber attack can take them out of the market. Can they go in a bankruptcy? Just imagine the credit card numbers or their financial system get exposed. They also will lose the credibility with their clients, because imagine you have a call that your provider has been hacked. It won't be for your business in the short term, but also in the long term. So the number one is to be aware of the cyber threat, of that risk. Number two is to create a cyber incident response plan to respond effectively and efficiently, and have the mentality that is not about if, it's about when. And with this, you can be prepared to face that attack.
What preventative measures do you think they should prioritize?
So it's very important to, number one, to develop a cybersecurity policy, process and procedures. To create a training program to educate every employee about the risk and about a good behavior online, that they will not expose the business to unnecessary risk. And also it's a good practice to create some vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, and review an audit about what vulnerabilities that they have in their systems, not only on computers or servers, but also in people's mindset and preparedness. When you have penetration testing, vulnerability assessment, and training to your employees, you reduce the probability to be attacked by 80 to 90%, because people will know what not to do and what to do when they are online.
Okay, and in the face of increasingly sophisticated attacks, what role exactly does advanced technology play in preventing these attacks?
Well, advanced technology like artificial intelligence can be a good mechanism to prevent also cyber attacks. But nevertheless, we must remember that technology will not fix the problem, because at the end of the day, it's a human behavior. For example, I can have a really safe, secure car or house, all the most fancy one that you can imagine. But if I left my keys of the car in the cafeteria, or if I left the doors or windows open, it will be an easy target for a criminal. So it's not about the technology. Everything starts with people. First of all, educating the people, have the awareness, and then, yes, implement technology, like technology that Sharp can provide to your business to protect your critical systems and to protect your critical operations of your business. In that way, you guarantee that you will be in business, and if you face a cyber attack, you will be prepared.
And collaboration seems to be a recurring theme in the cybersecurity landscape. Just how do you think can companies most effectively collaborate internally to prevent cyber attacks?
Well, Amanda, it's a very relevant question, because when you have a small organization or a mid-sized organization where it's very expensive to have a cybersecurity expert or analyst, you can collaborate among you guys to provide advising and services, and they can split the cost of cyber analyst or cybersecurity expert. In that way, collaboration will be effective and will not be expensive, because if you as a single business want to protect you, it will be expensive. But if you collaborate with another mid-sized organization business that have this certain level of risk profile, then you can reduce your cost, and by then you will be more secure.
And as we wrap up, what final advice would you give to companies looking to strengthen their cybersecurity posture?
Well, my advice to all the audience is like they need to work with credible organizations like your organization with Sharp, and they need to be aware of the risk, and they need to follow up in security policies, procedures, incident response plans. But all this is about educating ourselves, sharing the knowledge and the expertise. And my best advice is like, if you do this, you will have a much more better position when you face a cyber attack, because it's not about if, it's about when. And when that day arrives, you will be prepared.
Thank you so much, Israel, for sharing your insights and advice with us today. Make sure you tune in next time for the final video in our cybersecurity series, where we'll be answering all your questions.
Be original.